What's up everyone? So today we're going to take a look at my personal 2007 Honda CBR600RR. If you guys enjoy this video, be sure to give it the thumbs up, click on that subscribe button down below, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. The CBR600RR comes with a 4-stroke transverse 4-cylinder engine. This is measured at 599 cc's or 36.5 cubic inches. It's also a liquid-cooled system as well. This engine is paired to the 6-speed transmission. First gear is 1 down, neutral's halfway between first and second, and then you upshift all the way to 6th. On paper, the 600RR produces 118 horsepower at 13,500 RPM and 48.6 foot-pounds of torque at 11,250 RPM. This bike is chain driven, of course, to the rear wheel. The dry weight is at 345 pounds, which means 0 to 60 can happen as quick as 3.1 seconds, depending on the skill level of the driver. And the top speed on this bike is at 158.5 miles per hour. And the MPG on this bike can range between 40 and 50 miles per gallon depending on how you're driving the bike, and that's off of a 4.8 gallon tank. Starting with the front end, it has a very clean yet aggressive look. The left light is the headlight, and that's standard on all bikes and will be on when the vehicle is on. The right side is your high beams. The black wheels measure 17 inches front and rear, wrapped in Michelin tires. The front suspension is a 41mm inverted big piston fork with spring preload, rebound, and compression ability, with a front travel of 4.3 inches. And the front brakes have two 310mm 4-piston caliper discs. The rear suspension is a unit ProLink single shock with spring preload, rebound, and compression ability as well. The rear travel is 5.1 inches, and the rear brake is a single 220mm 1-piston caliper disc. And finishing off with the center-mounted Two Brothers exhaust system and the clean-looking aftermarket license plate holder. An interesting fact that I wanted to mention in this video is what CBR stands for. That's Cross Beam Racer or City Bike Racer, and then RR stands for Race Replica. So that's pretty cool. This bike is obviously designed after the track bike, so that way you can have a great handling and awesome looking bike out on the roads. So the seat height of this bike is 32.3 inches. It has a wheelbase of 53.9 and ground clearance of 5.3 inches. And now with the key, we'll go ahead and take a look at the instrument panel on the CBR. Go ahead and insert the key, turn it on. You'll see on the left side we have your fuel gauge. You have the select and reset. That'll go through your trip A, trip B. You can also use those to change your temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius, as well as your miles per hour to kilometers per hour. You see the tach in the center, and then your digital speed on the right. For your controls on the left hand, you have your high beam switch. Your headlights will always remain on. Your turn signals, which you can see appear at the front there, you just push that in to turn them off. And then your horn, which is obviously very loud. On the right side, we have your engine kill switch. So you'll push this to start it up, and then it's electric start. Also on this bike, and I'm sure a lot of other bikes offer this, shut the key off. You push it down, turn it to lock. That way the handlebars are completely locked. That makes it harder to take without the key. Now it's time to take a look at the only storage offered on this bike. It's underneath the rear seat. Simply insert the key down here, turn it left, and you can pop off this upper section. This is the aftermarket rear cowl, of course. I do have the stock seat for it as well. And then you can see I have just enough space in here for all my insurance registration things and one tool. So there's not much space back here, but you do have, you know, at least something to put things in. All right, so let's go for a test drive now. So I really like the way that the seating position is on this bike. It's not too, you're not too far hunched over. It's actually very comfortable, even on long trips. I did a long trip the other day. You can just kind of extend yourself out just a little bit. So it really is a comfortable bike. The handling on this bike is excellent as well, and the shifts are going to be as quick as you can shift. Anything, I do have adjustable levers, but that just makes it kind of a different range. So I guess you can adjust how quick you want to shift, but again, just based on your skill level. Oh, we got some good turns here. Is going to determine how quickly you can shift this bike. Visibility is not really a concern or an issue since you're not inside a closed space. So visibility is going to be based on obviously the driver, you know, your head position, where you're looking. So if you need to look over your left shoulder for traffic, your right shoulder for traffic as well, it's just basically wherever your eyes are located is how much visibility you're going to have. So the more you're checking your mirrors and turning your head, the better off you're going to be. Another point I'll mention about this bike is picking it up on the used market is relatively inexpensive. For 2007, you're looking anywhere between, you know, $4,500 and all the way up to $6,000 depending on the year. So relatively inexpensive to pick up a pretty good used bike. I got this bike with 12,000 miles on it, so I'm extremely happy with that mileage. Over the course of its life, that means it really doesn't have much riding on it, which is good. I know that this bike has been well maintained and serviced regularly. As far as all the buttons go on the controls, it's not really hard to, you know, everything's in a good spot. I have hit the horn on accident before, just because your thumb is right there, and I have switched on the high beams, but that's just a matter of my hand position. But other than that, everything is super easy to use. While I'm at this stoplight real quick, I'll go ahead and show you the adjustability. Hopefully you can see it. Just moving on this button on the lever here changes, so you can see the clutch is very close. Now if I put it out to 6th, it's much farther away. So just depending on your skill level and your comfort as to how often you want to switch is when you would change that clutch. It's also the same on the brake as well. Ooh, a nice 370 Nismo just went by. And last up, I'll mention this power of the bike. I am on a city road right now, but I'll go ahead and show you a clip on some mountain roads. This thing sounds incredible when you open it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed that review of my 2007 Honda CBR600RR. Let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see more bike reviews and also how to structure the video. This is the first review of a bike that I'm doing, so I'd like to get your feedback on things that I could do differently to improve on this video. Be sure to give this video the thumbs up, click on that subscribe button down below, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. We'll see you all next video.